It's been another big year for PS4 owners. PlayStation's 2017 didn't just deliver the return of a certain orange marsupial mascot and rhythm marching eyeballs, but also an open world exclusive so vibrant and oh so explorable that other PS4 games this year might just have zero chance of coming out on top. However, before we get to Aloy's adventures, yes, they're on the horizon, let's do this properly and cast our minds all the way back to January 2017 when we were plunged into the horror of Resident Evil 7 Eyes First.
Oh boy! Now look what you've done, motherfucker!
Not only did Capcom's return to the biohazardous franchise modernise the whole experience, but you could only fully see the true grim nastiness of Resident Evil 7 on PlayStation VR. Sure, you could play normally, but why would you do that when you can jam a neon headset on your face and witness this?
Holy shit.
Wait.
No. Dude! No! What? Dude, what is happening?
Fast forward a month, and after the glorious Valentine's present of Sniper Elite 4, February delivered Horizon Zero Dawn from Guerrilla Games. Whether taking in the view from a tall neck or battling a thunderjaw, Horizon Zero Dawn is never anything less than spellbinding. Thankfully, March was quiet until the release of the incredible Persona 5 on PS4, actually the 6th entry in the series. Go figure, maths. This saw us wandering around a high school and trying to make friends, just like real life.
Hello, friend!
To quote our review, Persona 5 is astounding and an experience that's perfectly realised from the moment it begins. So, not like real life then, but yeah, we liked it. Skipping forward through May, PlayStation had one fun addition and a sad final goodbye that deserves a few moments' silence. Early May saw the release of the PSVR aim controller alongside Farpoint. No, we're not at the sad bit yet, but what that plastic edition did do is stop things like this happening. Ready for the sad bit now? The end of May saw PS3 cease production after 11 years. We loved you, PS3, even if you did break Skyrim that one time.
We f***ed up.
And then we got to E3. After the 2015 and 2016 conferences where Sony literally made dreams come true, expectations were seriously high for PlayStation's E3 showcase. And the result? Well, looking back, no one can ever say that this, and this were disappointing in any way, but the conference didn't quite have the reveals oomph of the previous year. Regardless, Spider-Man looked spectacular if a little full of QTEs.
Please don't screw this up!
Not long after E3, the release of the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane trilogy proved that the orange marsupial still has what it takes in 2017 and went on to pass a massive 2.5 million sales worldwide. Even if it was harder than everyone remembered, or was that just the updated jump mechanics? You tell me.
Really good cup of tea for once. Oh, f*** off, mate! F*** off!
Fast forward to August, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy gave Chloe and Nadine their own adventure to find the Tusk of Ganesh, and its release marked 10 years of the explosive Naughty Dog franchise. The pair's quest was effortlessly entertaining, and there wasn't a single sighting of Nathan Drake. Sorry, Nate. Then there was the small matter of Destiny 2 being released with a stack of PlayStation exclusive content. Plus, if all the Cabal and Guardian hunting wasn't enough, September also meant you could go back to the 90s with the release of a series of Crystal DualShock 4s. What says I'm still cool and relevant more than a controller that shows off the microchips inside? Just in time for PSVR's first birthday, a brand new version of the headset was released with welcome 4K and HDR pass-through options. This finally made it perfect for use with the PS4 Pro, and while you could be sarcastic and ask what you could possibly play on it, PSVR had a quietly successful 2017, with Skyrim Vr making the headset a doorbuster on Black Friday and a stack of games on the way next year. Also, I'm using this as an excuse to talk about Moss, a VR mouse who climbs onto your hand and you can feel her heartbeat through the controller. If that's not a reason to invest in virtual reality, you might not actually have a heart in the first place. If E3 2017 was a little quiet on the new announcement front, it turned out that Sony was holding onto a stack of new content for Paris Games Week. Infamous Studios' Sucker Punch made everyone happy by not only not revealing another Infamous title, but announcing a beautiful samurai open-world adventure called Ghost of Tsushima. Much like the regular year, the gaming year gradually started to wrap up around November, with the release of the chilly Horizon Zero Dawn Frozen Wilds DLC, which gave us another perfect reason to return to Aloy's world and uncover a freezing swathe of new enemies. Then, the Game Awards came along and delivered a whopping 8-minute long Death Stranding trailer, which not only gave us Norman Reedus' character's name, a suspiciously normal Sam, which I'm quite sure stands for something smart, or sausages and mash, which Kojima might have taken a photo of recently, but it also delivered the most cohesive piece of the puzzle yet. We all know what giant tentacle creatures, an underwater sea of corpses, and a throat baby giving the thumbs up means, right?
What the is this?
Good. And finally, to tie the festive bow on PlayStation's 2017 was PSX, which despite not being a conference, everyone thought was a conference, and were then somehow disappointed when a stack of amazing developers talked about their games. Regardless, it brought us the news that The Last of Us 2 is almost half finished, God of War will take 25 hours to complete, and we're getting a 4K remaster of Medieval. And that's it, the year in PlayStation. Death Stranding, God of War, Days Gone, The Last of Us 2, Dreams and Marvel's Spider-Man are all still to come, but it's still been quite the year to have a PS4 under your TV all the same. Bring on 2018.